some things have really become a lot more concrete for me. And one thing is that I think when it comes to the issue of reconciliation, whether it's racially or whether it's being engaged with the poor, the motivation should not end or begin with undoing wrong, but it should be because we're all made to the image of God, and we want to see the kingdom of God within people fully flourish. And I think that's something that's real important motivation, because if it's about like undoing wrong, then it should be about guilt and shame, and that's just so short term. But if it's really about the kingdom of God and seeing the kingdom of God fully flourishing within all people, then there's a lot of opportunity for God to do some really crazy things. So, here's one story. There's this young woman that like 15, 16 years old, lives in a house with, I don't know, somewhere between 8 to 10 people. And it's a grandmother raising, I think, 3 to 4 families of children. And basically one of the songs, she was a part of our internship, and we knew we were going to do stories. So we started to write some stuff about story, and she wrote the song called He'll Never Change. And I mean, to me, the song sounds like an Earth, Wind and Fire classic. Like, just amazing. It's an amazing song. It's one of the songs that we sing the most and has the most play and rotation in our church. And, she comes from a really challenging situation. Like, if I grew up and went to the high school that she went to and grew up in the circumstances she grew up in, there's no way I could be doing what I'm doing now. Me inviting her wasn't about like, oh, poor little girl, like, let me play some camp songs with you so you can have a nice experience doing music, and then I go back into you know, my house and do whatever I do. But it was really about like, hey, you have a really significant love for music, and it's true, you haven't had the same kind of opportunities that I've had. So let me see what I could do to be generous, to you, so that you could flourish, and be fully who God's called you to be. And that's not like a one summer kind of thing. I mean, we're still working through that kind of stuff, and she wants to be a musician. So we're going to try to do all we can do to help her be a musician and make a living as a musician. And I think it's been cool to see her be the person to write the number one song in our community, and you know, and in spite of all of the things that the immense difficulties that she's had to deal with. And so I think if I kind of came from a more paternalistic perspective, then I just, or if we came from a paternalistic perspective, it just wouldn't have, I don't think she would feel the same way. I don't think we'd get the same results.